science fiction book?
Yeah, have you seen Arrival, the movie?
No.
Oh, first of all, you should absolutely check
You're
out.
live, guys, live.
Right.
Yep.
Although it's doing an ad now
This is
too.
This is the pre-chat. The chat.
Kristen, you're I think your sound is off. So just be aware.
So,
or maybe.
Yeah, you should absolutely watch Arrival, but there's a book that Arrival is based on, apparently very, very loosely though. Like same kind of concept, right, John? Like the concept is that you can like change your future, or
I mean, it's pretty tightly linked, except for some really substantive differences. It's sort of odd that it's but it's the movie. They definitely leaned into like people like cool spaceships and stuff like that, which is what it worked. Like it's really interesting. But the story it's based on itself is much more poignant and about like what would you change in your life if you could and things like that.
I've seen Arrival probably a dozen times, and I still love every time they like go up into the spaceship and like the orientation of everything shifts because of the gravity. Like I'm still like, that's so fucking amazing. So
is that the one with where they're trying to communicate with the aliens? That one?
Yeah.
With what's her face, the red-haired actress?
Yes. Yes.
Right.
You've seen it 12 times. You'd think you'd be able to. You're like, her name is nothing.
Bryce Dallas Howard.
I know every redheaded actress because.
Right.
So what were we talking about? I was not listening.
that that one.
Amy. Is it Amy? What's her face?
Amy Adams. Or Isla Fisher.
It's Amy Adams.
Okay.
Oh my God, this car alarm. It's a science fiction car alarm. It's actually telling us that we're in a time loop. And it's just gonna, every time it goes off, we're resetting. So it's actually only 3:30 California time. Just so you know.
Who?
All right, Ensign Bob. So we are, folks. We are live. So folks might be there, and we've got a viewer or two. So starting off, so that's nice, and we're going.
Hi. Well, welcome to our sort of inaugural. It's not the first time we've done Star Trek, but it's kind of our inaugural. It's our inaugural Thursday visitation of Star Trek. So welcome to anybody who's out there. And if you are out there and you are streaming on Twitch, then we're looking for some prompts to get this show on the road. What we would love is if you could think of like a theme for the show. So for example, I think, so we won't do this one, but I think yesterday they did something similar, and I think they did redemption. So redemption might be a theme. So if you can think of sort of like, if you can just type in some overarching themes that might undergird this show, that would be great. And while you do that, we will chat a little bit. We will keep chatting a little bit about science fiction.
Yeah. Okay. I also am a big Dune fan. I don't know if anybody else read Dune.
Dune is,
oh, yeah.
You know, I loved Dune when I first read it, and I reread it recently, and it was wonderful. But man, the lack of women characters. I mean, there was like one, right? There's the whatever
politics.
But you know, then I was just like, oh, this is rough. But it's still great.
No, you're totally right. The sexual politics of Doom are extraordinary. Like they're extraordinary. I mean, there are literal sex witches, and then there are even more evil sex witches. Like that's that's like mind-boggling.
Yeah.
That's like right up there with The Godfather, where like the only female character's story arc is that her vagina is too big and she's like afraid of it, and then she meets her white knight who's like a doctor who like tightens it up, and it's like what? Like what? That's a true story.
Really relatable, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
To all women.
Yeah, right? I mean, it's like the most ridiculous thing I've ever read. But
If we
highly
can't talk about cooking, we need to be talking about our loose vaginas.
Yeah, no. I mean, this woman, she's like very beautiful. She's incredibly rich. She's loyal. She's got this fidelity. And she never dates again after this guy, Sonny, dies. Sorry if I'm spoiling The Godfather for anybody. Because like she feels like no one will ever be able to like it again. I'm so sorry. But this is true. This is what this is. This is the story.
Yeah.
of this. Yeah.
It's a
Yeah.
classic
Beautiful.
film. You're just describing a classic film. That's all.
They cut this storyline out of the movie, surprisingly enough. I don't know why.
Oh,
Poor Lucy Manstini, she does not get her due. Mm-mm.
But it didn't Mario Puzo write that like he was like a serious writer and then he's like, I need to make some money and I'm
Yeah.
going to write
Yeah.
a bestseller in 24 hours or something. I don't know. It
That's
worked.
him.
I keep trying that particular strategy. I keep thinking that would be a great strategy for me to
Right.
become independently wealthy. I just need to write a bestseller. It's clearly
It's just so easy.
the next right step for me.
Yeah.
What
So
am I
we have
doing
a
at
couple.
improv?
We have a
I'm
couple folks in chat, but we haven't gotten themes. So I was going to suggest that what if we want to poach, which I think is a a great homage. What are the themes in Dune? Maybe we can choose one of those.
Ancestry.
Empire, colonialism.
Colonialism,
uh,
empire.
Sand.
What's it called? Eugenics.
You're right.
Extreme
Ad-
eugenics.
Addiction. Addiction's definitely there.
Addiction. Mm-hmm.
The line between like human and like a robot or something,
Yeah, what it means to be human.
Mentats.
Like once you start altering things, are you still? Oh,
Yeah, like once you become like a giant space guild fish creature, are you still sort of human?
Mhm.
Worms. Don't underestimate worms.
Right.
Capitalism.
Yeah, capitalism in a big way, and royalty, and like
Chom,
class.
yeah.
There's a lot of class.
Right. Do you want
Those are just
what,
a few.
any of these like sticking out for folks? Like
Well,
worms and addiction are my favorites.
Feudalism. Yeah, that's good.
the thing that sticks out to me is if this was going to happen in the Star Trek world, our little starship would encounter a world where these things were happening.
Oh yeah.
oh yeah,
I don't think that on board we'd have like a eugenic sex cult / feudal. Yeah. Well, maybe.
Right.
Yeah.
But like I'm thinking
sick
maybe we
bed.
go to a place where these things happen and then like, ooh, antithesis.
So like empire and royalty, possibly addiction, but yeah.
I'm always for like eugenics. Not really for eugenics, but interested in
Nope,
eugenics.
you've said it on Twitch. That's
I'm totally gonna.
I
click
can
that.
never run for office anymore.
that's
Right,
gonna be a sweet soundbite right there.
Right.
Commander Jama, you no dice.
Nice.
All right.
All right, I think that's an idea for we have
Yeah.
stuff to work with. Yep. All right.
Wait.
So we're gonna. We'll
Sorry.
all go
Recap.
away for a bit, and I'll start the opening trailer here in a second. Yeah. And
Space. The final frontier. These are the voyages of the starship Dauntless. Its ongoing mission to explore strange new worlds, to seek out new life and new civilizations, to boldly go where no one has gone before. Captain's log. We've been tasked with a diplomatic mission. The Dauntless will be escorting the ambassador from the Triskelion Federation, which the delegation is headed by His Royal Majesty Nartiku, to meet and rendezvous with the Pavlovian contingent who are awaiting them on Federation Outpost Alpha 7. I am concerned about the difficulty of the royal protocol associated with our esteemed guest. It is a feudal planet with some antiquated rituals and customs, and I am hoping that my crew can rise to the occasion and maintain proper behavior and speak well of the Federation and blog.
This is Ensign Dawson in engineering. Are you still there? Are you still, Doc, are you still there?
I'm sorry. I fell asleep.
No, I get it. I
It's-
get it. It happens.
It's been a really long couple of days, and these specimens are kind of growing out of control. You know, what you brought up here yesterday, it's a little bit magical, a little bit, I don't know what I'm looking at type of situation.
I don't know. I was just there, and I looked under, I would call them a fern, and I looked under them and I saw them, and I just thought, I don't think I've seen this before. The tricorder just didn't register it, which is, I was kind of excited. It was one of the first times that I actually, because those things know so much, right? And it was one of the first times it came up. And so I just thought Doc's going to want to see this.
You know me.
Yeah.
Obviously, I want to see it. I want to
Right.
grow it. I want to put it under a microscope, and hopefully it won't kill me.
You know, I appreciate that, because I'm still getting my hang of the ropes around here, but I get that we're exploring space, but like, I feel like there's like an attitude of exploration, and I just appreciate that you have that.
Oh, yeah, no. Yeah, we all, I think, have that attitude, you know? Like just last week, the lieutenant commander made some really interesting things in the replicator that weren't necessarily edible, but it was adventurous.
I appreciate that, because the captain's all by the books, but the lieutenant commander, I feel like, just tilts it a little bit. Just kind of goes where you wouldn't, and that's still a responsible way. And I just like, they're both right, and together, I just think it's a good pairing.
Together, they're a good team. They keep each other sane and accountable. And yeah, the lieutenant commander has, I wouldn't call it a wild side, but she definitely keeps things fun.
Yeah, I was just the other day, I was like, Lieutenant Commander, like I can either change the Jeffrey tubes to do this rerouting through the couplings, or I could, follow design that we use normally on one of the shuttle paths, and like, which would she do? And she just looked at me and said, yeah. And she like had my accent down and walked away, which she knew it was one or the other, but she was just sort of saying like, use your judgment. And or she was just saying, go for it. I don't know. I appreciate it,
Yeah, sometimes she's too busy. You don't know if she's like encouraging you or if she's just like, do what you need to do.
Right. I think she likes to be surprised.
Commander Dema, please go back to the bridge.
All right.
Hey.
Well,
Why don't you come up here? I got to look at your feet.
oh, all right.
Ensign Fremulon, thank you for calling me to the bridge. As we discussed earlier, I am half Tremelian, and with the ambassador coming on board, I'm going to need your help.
What, I've been hearing about your sort of crazy antics with the replicator, and I was just hoping that perhaps we could do something, a little off the books.
What did you have in mind?
Well, when the ambassador comes, perhaps we could have like a surprise welcome or something that's a little unusual on the bridge. Would that be, I know that's not protocol, but.
Well, Ensign Fremulon, Bob, I am trying to keep my background a little under wraps here, because let me tell you, my mother, she did not leave under the best of circumstances. And so I don't want to make any waves. Look, I'm all for like having a party on the bridge.
Oh.
But maybe now with the ambassador coming on.
I see your point. I heard all these, I heard these rumors around the ship, and this is my first opportunity to have a private conversation with you. It's kind of it's the late shift, and there's only just a few of us on the bridge. But I just thought it'd be nice to do something fun, because I heard you're fun.
You heard I was fun?
Yeah, I heard you. I heard again the replicator and.
Who told you?
Oh, it's going around the whole ensign quarters. We're all talking about it. It's kind of you're sort of a hero to us, because you're kind of stepping out of the regular old mold that you'd expect from a lieutenant commander. We appreciate it.
Okay, just keep it under wraps, okay?
All right,
Just
do the best I can.
okay.
Okay, sounds good.
Ambassador is located in transporter room. Please meet Ambassador in transporter room.
Captain Helena.
Greetings. We are honored to have you aboard the Dauntless. Thank you so much for honoring us with your presence here.
Excellent. Thank you for honoring me and all of Triskalia with your kind greetings. I look forward to seeing all of the Dauntless on our time together. Come, let us perhaps enjoy some nice Triskelian ale. I have had some transported aboard with me.
Well, that sounds lovely, and I appreciate very much your invitation. Unfortunately, I am on duty at present, so I will not be able to partake. However, I would love to give you a quick tour of the Dauntless and show you your quarters. I know you had some unusual specifications for your rooms. I want to make sure they're up to standard. Is it correct that
Yes.
Is it correct? Yes. Yes.
Captain will be correct as the protocol dictates.
Yeah, that's a lovely protocol. I'm very pleased because I had read that in Triskalia, women were often considered not capable of making decisions.
Well, I am sure that your Starfleet women will prove our Triskelian women wrong. I'm sure you are very capable, Captain.
Well, I certainly hope so, as the lives of everybody aboard this ship sort of relies on that, right? Depends on it. So tell me, how was your trip over? Was it comfortable on the shuttle?
Yes. No, absolutely. Your shuttlecraft was quite lovely. I appreciated the colors of my coat of arms being laid across the shuttle seat. It was,
we aim to please. We aim to please. We're a detail-oriented crew, which is one of the many things we do.
Excellent. I look forward to these negotiations to see if Triskalia will join the mighty Starfleet Alliance.
Well, we certainly hope so. Of course, I am only here just to escort you.
Yes.
I hope you keep an open mind. And please do let me know if there's anything at all that you need or want, if there's any changes that need to be made to your accommodation, and especially if anybody on the crew has in any way offended you, please let me know, and I will absolutely do whatever it takes to correct that.
Yes, I will punish them. I will see that you take care of them in proper Starfleet fashion instead of me.
I would ask that you please refrain from utilizing the traditional Triskelian punishments.
Yes.
If at all, yes, because
I'm a guest here on your ship. Come, let us see my quarters. I look forward.
All right. Let's take a tour.
Captain to the bridge. Captain to the bridge.
And Doc, that's really growing fast.
Look under the microscope. And I know that doesn't mean anything to you, but I think I have isolated some very strange properties. I can't tell yet if they're healing or potentially addictive, but I think we have something really special here.
It's weird because every time I look at it, it goes to the side, and when I pull away, it goes. It's like it knows that I'm.
It's like a particle. It hates to be observed.
Have you tried consuming it yet?
Here's the thing.
Because I don't know if I should mention that I brought some back up, but beforehand, and I'm worried.
I did eat some. I definitely ate some.
Did you?
Because
I feel like since I've done it, I feel a little more alert, and I just keep getting these ideas.
Yeah. Okay, let's talk about your ideas because I have some ideas of my own.
Okay, first of all, people talk about warp cores, and they say that, all right, it's bending space, right? That it's bending space. But what if it's more than that? What if we're everywhere and it just shifts where we are like that?
What if everything is the center of the universe and we're just living in a sort of reflection of ourselves?
What if when it looks like we're moving, we're stationary and the universe is moving around us?
What if the Big Bang hasn't even happened?
Get out of my mind.
I think we have to write some of this down.
Okay, because I think it was like people always, what about before the Big Bang? Because they didn't talk about it.
Nope.
When we were doing quantum physics, they weren't covering that at all. I'm like, why are you being quiet about that?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I feel like we should get more. Is it making more of it?
Oh, it's definitely making more of it. Do you feel like it's wearing off?
I worry, and ideas are so good. Will more even make better ideas?
More, usually, whenever you have a substance and it does something to you, more will do more of that to you. As a doctor, that is like 101. Doctoring 101. Yeah, I think the ideas aren't coming as fast.
Yeah.
Like, let's just I'll lock the door.
All right.
We'll get to it.
Well, cool. I'm gonna let up to the. This is Medical Bay. Medical Bay is currently under engineering work until further notice. This is Medical Bay out.
Captain,
Yeah,
Captain, permission to speak freely.
of course, Lieutenant Commander.
I've hidden my Tremillian qualities.
I can't help but notice that the item that you're wearing is absolutely not per Starfleet regulations. That's in no way part of the uniform.
So hear me out. As you know, I'm half Tremillian. My mother is Tremillian.
The tremendous.
The ambassador's my uncle, her brother.
I
didn't
Lieutenant
think this was
Commander
going to
Hugh.
come up.
I was disappointed when I saw that you were not going to join me at the transporter bay to greet the ambassador. But now that I know that you're family, it is absolutely imperative that you talk to him. We need you. You're our person on the inside to communicate with him. See how he's feeling about joining the Federation.
And I hate to interrupt. With permission, Lieutenant Commander, I completely agree with the captain. I mean, I know I'm just an ensign, but it seems like your family really should, connect. You should really get to know your uncle. Sorry to interrupt. I know it's not my role, but
Thank you, Ensign Fremulon. Thank you. Lieutenant Commander, I need you to level with me. What is it that keeps you? Yes. Thank you. You look great.
Well, it's just I look more Tremillian. I was hoping to sort of go under the radar. I know that.
I think
No,
he's going to know you're Tremillian because you're his niece. I think the cat's out of the bag.
I hadn't thought of that. All right.
Yeah. I mean, okay, so putting that aside for just the moment, because I really do need you to report to me on the state of mind of this ambassador. These are very important negotiations, you know, but I also am very concerned about what's going on at sick bay. Have you been reading these or hearing these reports that they're making?
Yes, I thought it was closed down for engineering.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about. That's not a thing. I mean, to my knowledge, there's no legitimate engineering purpose to closing down sick bay. I mean, unless
Captain, I
we've got lithium crystals in the scanners, maybe.
Captain, I have a proposal. Why don't you and I together go to sick bay, check it out, and on our way to go visit the ambassador, and we can investigate, kill two birds with one stone. I'm willing.
You know,
I'm willing.
I love that you come to me in the spirit of cooperation, but as you know, I am captain of a starship, so I've got kind of a lot to do, so I can't always be there to hold your hand. You can do this on your own. You're a very capable lieutenant commander. You're my number 2.
Yes, sir. I will go to sick bay. I will investigate the engineering difficulties, and then I will trust you, as I've learned to do, and go and greet my uncle.
And Lieutenant Commander, a word to the wise. I know it's been a long time since you've spent time on your home world, and they have some customs, especially when it comes to the treatment of women, that are a bit unusual, something that we haven't encountered in quite some time in our society. So just try and be delicate about some of his antiquated beliefs. Accommodate them if you can.
Thank you, Captain.
Ensign Fremulon, you are requested in Ambassador's room. Ensign Fremulon, you are requested in the Ambassador's room.
Yes. Thank you.
Yes.
I am glad to have someone here to help me. I understand, Ensign. How do you say it?
Fremulon.
Fremulon. I
Fremulon,
understand,
yes.
Ensign Fremulon, that you have a wonderful Tremulin tennis squash simulation on your holodecks.
We do actually. You know, I had heard that you were here, and I wanted to bring you this gift. It's iced for the Triskelion alcohol that you have. I thought maybe perhaps we could try some again.
Yes, perhaps you would be willing to take a risk and try some of my ale.
You know what? I'm a big fan of all sorts of ale. I mean, I even like IPA. So
good.
Here's a glass. It's the tall ones. Here. Oh, we're gonna. Okay, so I'm just gonna have a quick.
Sit.
Oh,
drink.
Sit.
We will see how long you Starfleet ensigns can last with a real man of Triskelia.
I've got to say more is better. I'm getting more and better ideas. You know?
I just remembered what it was like in the womb.
Shut up. What
And
was
I
it
think-
like?
It's like I knew all of the universe's secrets. And I think if we take a little bit more, I can recede all the way back into the womb of my now dead mother. But I think that's what I need to do. And then we will discover this conspiracy. Hi, I got it.
Dr. Braun? Dr. Braun. Chief Medical Officer Braun.
We're it's
Ensign
currently
Nelson.
yeah, we're both here. There's dilithium crystals in the pattern buffer?
This is Lieutenant Commander Jamie Yu. Please open the door at once.
All right, Lieutenant Commander. It's the lieutenant.
Do I look stoned?
No. Do I look?
Please open the door.
All right.
before I have-
Sorry.
Computer, please
Computer
override.
unlock over. Okay. Computer open door.
Thank you. I've been sent by the captain. There is a lot of interesting material here. You guys have been busy with replicators, I see. Or is this an experiment, Dr. Brown?
It is. It is an experiment. It's an experiment about the human condition and what it will do under certain types of pressures and when confronted with conspiracies regarding the entire universe. Oh, and the womb.
I see. I'm about to go visit my uncle. Can I have some?
You're gonna go see your uncle.
She's making me go.
Are you okay?
No, I'm not happy about it, but I'm going to do it.
Your uncle is on the ship?
I'm Triskelion. Tremelian, that's the girls. The women are Tremelian. The men are Triskelion. I'm only half. The ambassador's my uncle.
They're so sexist, and look at.
Hey, look. Okay, listen. This stuff we're still discovering a lot about it. So I as a doctor, I think it's my obligation to tell you that there may be certain unanticipated side effects that we don't know about. Ensign Dawson, perfect. Okay. Ensign Dawson, pass them over.
Okay, I'm just eating some. The more you eat,
The more you eat, the better.
I just want a little, it's relaxing, right? I'm just going to be a little relaxed. I just need a little relaxation before I go.
It's relaxing in a certain.
All right.
Certain-
it's
you guys need to
relaxing.
open the doors and get back to work. Okay, all right.
It's relaxing when you have an uncomfortable feeling about not knowing the truth. But if you feel comfortable, even with difficult truths, then it's relaxing.
Yeah.
Okay, I got it. All right. I'm out of here. You get back to work.
Right.
She is going to freak out.
I don't know what are their wombs like. Like, is that going to bring her to a good place?
She's only half. I don't even know. It's probably
Oh, right. Which womb? I didn't ask who was the mother in that. Oh my God.
Which womb is she gonna go into?
What if there was more than one big bang? What if there was just a series of bangs?
Is it? This is a real theory. A series of bangs.
I think there's only one way to find out the answer to this.
Let's go.
All right.
That poor ensign just couldn't.
Uncle, it's me. It's me, Jama, and I'm ready to complete the ritual. We'll do it together.
Well, we'll do it together after you put on your head covering. I am glad that you have not forgotten how to greet me as a proper Tremulin of the Triskelion race.
I'm here as a representative of Starfleet. I am not here as Benina Palula's daughter. I'm here to welcome you to the Starship Dauntless, and not here to tell you all the things I really think about Triskelia.
You stand there in that ridiculous uniform and deny your past and your heritage and your proper place.
I'm only half, as I've said a million times.
You are half, and that is enough. You are ours. You
I'm
will
not
take
here
that
to argue with you,
uniform off.
Uncle.
You will take that uniform off immediately and return home as I have stated. Or this entire arrangement with Starfleet is off. I'll see you in 1 hour at the transporter.
This is the captain. Can you please report to the bridge engineering? I've been looking over these reports that you're sending up from the medical bay there, and what's going on? Frankly, these represent a dereliction of duty. We haven't moved since the ambassador came aboard.
Captain, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Captain. We've encountered a number of anomalies.
Okay.
Before our eyes weren't fully open to.
Okay. Ensign Dawson, are you under the influence of any foreign substance right now?
Yes, Captain. Yes, I'm a heaver, and I'm sorry. I should have told you early. I feel like
Oh, you think so?
I worry if you wanted some or some. We didn't mean to hog it. We were just
generous. That's generous, and thank you. But you're attempting to power a Federation starship with the royal ambassador of the Triskelion race aboard it with highly explosive dilithium crystals while under the influence of I don't even know what.
We don't. It's funny. We don't know what it is either. That's the amazing thing.
Brom,
Captain,
this is a disaster.
I'm sorry. Oh God.
You understand the fragility of this situation? The Triskelions don't believe that women can be competent. I've got a ship's doctor who clearly, I mean, she's a dentist, let's be real, but still. I don't know what to do. And now how am I supposed to report to Starfleet that we haven't moved? We haven't made any progress towards the rendezvous point at all.
Rendezvous is a weird term. Like when you think about it, it's a weird.
I totally agree.
Captain, I'm sorry. Doctor is a card, right? Like
strong word for her, but yeah.
Look, I'm sorry. This means the world to me, and I've been sidetracked. I will get us back on track. I will stop I will.
Here's what I want. Here's what I want from the both of you. You will immediately turn over all of that substance, whatever it is, to me. I want to see all of it. 2, you will both go to the replicator and mix yourself up some Alka-Seltzer because it's probably going to be a doozy of a night. I'm going to explain that we've had some sort of parts failure, and that's why we haven't moved to the ambassador. Neither of you are to talk to the ambassador at all. Do you hear me, Dr. Brom? You're not to go near the ambassador. This is I want all of that substance immediately. And if you do not do as I ask, I will put you both in the brig. Do not tempt me. I do not.
Thank you, Captain. I hear your orders. Yours.
And please, if you see her, please send the lieutenant commander back up to the bridge.
Oh, all right. So hey.
It's just,
guys, I'm still here.
End the call. Hang up.
What? I don't think the call's going. I don't think it's going. I don't think we're still. We should go to the ambassador.
Okay. I'm pretty sure that this is maybe an addictive substance, but I'm pretty sure it's a cure for something too. Like I've been putting it into the system, and it's been analyzing its chemical composition. And there are some very interesting compounds in there. Compounds that have been known to cure cancer in the past and dementia. So I feel like it's still promising. If we could just get a little bit more time, and just evade the captain's orders, this can be groundbreaking.
Jeff, meet me in Jeffrey Tube 32. You're not going to find it on the ship schematics. I deleted it. It's kind of just where I go to just have a little time, you know? So meet me in Jeffrey Tubes 32 in a little bit. Okay.
Just who I was looking for. Just who I was looking for. Did you have a nice nap? I can't, yeah.
I'm sorry, it was the ale. I tried the Triskelion, whatever they call it, the ale. It was delicious, but I'm very sorry, Captain.
I feel like I'm questioning my own command and leadership here because the whole world's gone crazy. Did I give you permission to go drink with the ambassador last night? Did you ask me?
You know, I didn't ask you, but I did bring some with me. If you'd like to try it, because maybe it would just sort of, take the edge off. I mean,
Do you think, okay, I have a question for you. Please tell me the truth, Fremulon. Do you think that people think I'm uptight and I'm too controlling?
Well, we have been talking, all the ensigns have been talking, and we talk about how, cool Lieutenant Commander Yu is, and there has been some talk about you being, a little bit too much of a stickler. Come on, have some fun.
I'm a Federation captain of a major...
I know, but look, you should come to Jeffrey's Tube 32. That's where all the cool guys hang out, and we can all hang out and try some of this.
Jeffrey's Tube 32, I've never seen that in the schematics.
Oh yeah, I'm not really supposed to tell you this. It's kind of a thing that the ensigns share. It's a place, but you know what? I think you could show everybody, that you're cool, like the rest of us. Yeah.
I really want. I don't want people to think I'm cool. I want them to respect me, and maybe to get their respect.
Right.
You think I'm cool.
You are the youngest female captain that we have in the whole fleet. I mean, it is very impressive. But gotta let loose a little bit.
Can I ask you another question? Did the ambassador say anything about me? Or?
It's funny. We were talking, and he was like, you know how their feelings about women in power positions, and it really wasn't. It wasn't very complimentary. So we all believe that you're totally should be here, and that you are captain material.
Well, I know I'm captain material. I am the captain. I mean, right. Do I think I'm commander, maybe, or like Starfleet command material? Yeah, I do. But I got to get this ambassador to the rendezvous point. Or honestly, my career is going to be shot. And so far, I've got a crew full of drunks.
Sorry.
Stonies or something. I don't know what they're up to. And then there's me. And I have no friends, so I got to think about this. You said Jeffrey's Tube 32?
32. Meet me there in like a half an hour after the ambassador gets going, and maybe perhaps we can, I'll introduce you to the ensigns, and we'll, everybody will know who you are.
Okay. All right. I'm going to think about it.
Okay.
But don't embarrass me up until then, okay?
Oh, I won't. Definitely not.
Thank you, Ensign.
Good.
Uncle, I don't know quite what's gotten into me. I have to tell you, I'm no longer Tricilian, and I'm not a Tremulon.
What?
I don't believe that women are inferior, and I understand that that is a core belief of my family, but I don't believe it.
How dare you disrupt the social order in this manner? This is ridiculous.
Uncle, there's very little you can do about it. If you would like the help of Starfleet, and I do know that you would, you'll have to accept my decision. Uncle?
Get out of my cabin.
Uncle, wait, is that behind your neck? Is that a spot? Is that, Uncle, do you have Corova? Oh my God. Doctor, sick bay. This is Lieutenant Commander jamming you to sick bay immediately. Doctor, please come. The ambassador needs help immediately.
We're on our way.
Yeah, it seems like you should send something to the ambassador. And
I think the ambassador is sick. Now hear me out.
I'm hearing you.
I think it's this spot something or another that I can never pronounce. Something with the back of their necks that they kind of come down with sometimes. This might be our cure. Here's the problem. I can't think of a way to put this together. Like the chemical compounds are too complex. The lieutenant commander has several degrees in chemistry, doesn't she?
Yeah.
Okay, she can help us with this.
Lieutenant Commander, could you please report to Jeffrey's tube? It's the Jeffrey's tube between 31 and 33. God, this is giving up my favorite.
Yeah, no,
Dr. Brom, thank you. And Ensign Dawson, I conveniently was in Jeffrey's tube 40, so it's I came quickly. Can you help my uncle? He's an asshole, but
you said that it was something with the neck, or
yes, I'm fairly certain it was spotted jellyopolis, which is something that has afflicted my family many times.
really,
Asshole family.
Yeah, it's common. I think is like a ratio of like the bigger of an asshole, the younger you're going to end up with it, is what I read. Here's the problem. Remember the stuff that I gave you?
Yeah, I think that's why I do. Of course.
It sparked a lot of knowledge.
Yes.
I have isolated several compounds that indicate very heavily that this is a cure for probably all kinds of things, including cures we already have, but perhaps for this. And okay, I'm getting to the point. You have to help us because I'm just a doctor. He's an ensign.
Wait.
I can't smash these chemical compounds together in a chemical kind of way. Here she goes.
Was that an RX 532? Did you download it to my to the comm right here?
Mhm, yep.
Thank you.
Watch her go. Oh, it's like
Oh
amazing
my.
to watch her work. Just like
I've almost got it. I've almost got it, but I think the one last thing we might need is some piloting techniques from Ensign Bob Fremulon. That's the only thing I can do.
Ensign Bob, can you report to Jeffrey's tube? It's the Jeffrey's tube. If you're at Jeffrey's tube 31, go. Oh, that was fast.
Yeah. Hi.
Here,
I should
Ensign
just
Bob,
said
pull down your keyboard and look at this formula that I'm passing to you.
Oh.
I believe that it needs some.
Oh yeah.
smells
Okay.
like it's a year in here.
Right. Exactly. Yes. Thank you. Right.
How's that?
And
That should work.
yes. And one more. Yes. Can we take it to my uncle right away?
Let's go there now.
Let's do it. Should we beam there to get there fast?
We could beam there.
I'm gonna try to beam there. Let's see if I can do it. Okay, Ambassador, I'm here. They're on they didn't want to beam, so Captain. So we're here. We have a solution to the problem with the ambassador, but they didn't want to beam over. So, any thoughts? I'm maybe.
I went to the tube, like you said, and I heard you guys, and you guys were all just partying, and now what's wrong with the ambassador? Why did nobody tell me? I feel so left out.
I had told you to meet us down in the Jeffries tube, but things have changed. Now we have a serious situation.
Yeah.
You should really be here. I mean, it is your role as captain to be in these serious situations. We have an ambassador who's ill. I'm kind of surprised.
Attention, all crew members. Attention, all crew members. Substances, experimental substances produced by Dr. Brahm have escaped into the airways and affected everybody's air passages. So if strange things are happening, please report to sick bay for an inoculation.
Well, it is strange that my entire crew is excluding me, so maybe that's because of the stuff in the air. Can't be
that really has
my
to be
abrasive personality. Yeah, no. And can I tell you something, Fremulon? When I was a girl, I wanted so badly to be friends with Dr. Brahm, and she and I were girlhood
schoolmates,
associates.
classmates.
We knew each other. We
At
knew
the
each
academy?
other. But we were even younger than that because we
Wow.
were pre-academy.
Pre-academy.
We're at pre-academy. Anyway, The point is, she was always too cool for me, and I vowed that I would best her somehow by becoming captain. But now she's just living it up, having the time of her life as a fake doctor, and I feel like, what is it all about? Anyway, all I'm saying is maybe we could try this substance together after we go fix up the ambassador.
Yeah, you know what? I would love that. I would.
Yeah.
You know what? I think I'd like to party with you.
Yeah, you would. I would like to party with me too, because nobody else does. Sick bay. Sick bay.
Sick bay. Gotcha. I guess I'll go ahead there.
Wow.
I have inoculated half the ship today in the last hour. Are you feeling okay?
I feel excellent. Thank you, Dr. Brahm. And the ambassador? My uncle?
He's back to his normal self. Maybe,
Excellent.
yeah, maybe a little more thankful. He said something to me that was like, could maybe be construed as like, thank you. Oh, you're up,
Uncle.
Ambassador. How are you feeling?
I am up. We met up to Triskalia. Heal quickly. Thank you. Jema, there's no need.
Ambassador.
I feel like, yes, Captain. I feel as though I owe you a debt of thanks. You see, I realize now that in underestimating Jema and all of you, that I've thrown away half of Triskelia's talents by not accepting the women, the Tremula women that are part of our society. Jema, I don't know how I can ever thank you.
That's beautiful.
That's amazing.
But of course, Ambassador, don't forget that we're multifaceted as women, and I'm very cool and fun to hang out with, as well as being very confident and beautiful.
That is good, because I have another half case of Tremulon Ale that Ensign Bob did not finish.
The Jeffries Tube 32.
Let's
go.
Everyone.
You must show me to this Jeffries tube, and we can see if you can drink with the men and the Tremulon women of Triskalia.
Oh, I promise you, we're gonna really exceed your expectations.
This is Ensign Dawson. I'm gonna take a little bit of a break before I take the inoculation. I'm gonna be in holodeck for a while, you know.
Ensign Dawson, you are relieved of duty. I will be calling Starfleet. We still have not moved at all.
That's probably appropriate.
Yeah, seems right. So enjoy that holodeck.
Yeah, he is a pretty integral part of making all of this happen. Without all of his testing and our testing, we wouldn't have.
You're lucky you're still where you are. We have not moved. We're on an escort mission. Come on.
If you think about it, though, even when we think we're moving, maybe we're standing still, and the universe is just.
I knew the relativity. Yeah, that was going to come up. No, that does not count.
I know the perfect solution. We can take all of this over a drink. I will see you at the tubes.
Because I am a cool captain. Very cool.
Yay. And that is, I think, our show. Yeah.
Woo!
When you take mind expanding drugs medicinally, they turn you into a better person.
Nope.
Is what I learned.
That's not the morale.
Absolutely.
Literally what I just learned.
Sure.
Absolutely.
Women who are very successful and in power are vulnerable too.
Substance abusers really come in every shape and size.
Misogyny does not make you unattractive.
Yeah. Exactly. This feels that feels like an actual Star Trek plot from like the 90s of like, you shouldn't be like this. Oh, I should not be like this. It's true.
That's an excellent.
Right. You have some like ethical problem with your culture, which we're not going to try to change you, of course, except we're totally going to try to change you.
Right. And you come to the conclusion on your own.
We're just going to glaringly illustrate the errors of your ways, you know?
Exactly.
Before we go off, the next No Pants show is on Sunday, 6:30 Central, and that will be radio talk show scenes. And yeah, any other last announcements?
And it's directed by our own Ensign William Dawson.
Yeah.
We're no longer an ensign.
Everybody point to Ensign Dawson.
Right.
He's a Bellman now.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
All right. Live long and prosper, right? Is that the, yeah.
People.
Ending the stream here.